July 21st, National Creme Brulee Day. We've made creme brulee once before for the show, way back in the beginning, maybe January or February. We did a chocolate mint creme brulee, if I remember correctly. I don't know. It's been we're either just past the 200 point or right at the 200 point of shows, so it's a lot to try to remember. I know we did do a creme brulee before, so today we're going to do one, and we're going to feature something that a friend of mine, Tony, turned me on to about a year or so ago. Biscoff cookie butter. Now, I had never heard of this stuff. I had never tried cookie butter, and we were talking one night, and he told me about it and said, "You never tried this? Oh, you have to try this stuff." Okay. And I went out and I got a jar, and let me just tell you, it's life-changing. If you've never had cookie butter, you must get some cookie butter, especially Biscoff cookie butter, because it's really, 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 I mean, you could sit here with a spoon and eat the whole jar. Anyway, we're going to make a creme brulee today with Biscoff. It's actually going to be layered on the bottom of our creme brulee, so it almost creates it's not going to be hard like a cookie, crusty, but it's going to create a underlayer of this cookie butter, the creme brulee on top, and then of course we get to use our torch again, which we haven't used in a while, to burn our sugar on the top of our creme brulee. So it's going to be a fun day today. Literally, it's like 6 ingredients again. We love that it's just super easy. You probably, I mean, just go out and get some heavy cream, and you got sugar, vanilla, eggs, you got the rest of this. Alrighty? You need some ramekins too to put these in. But we'll be right back to get started. Let's just get going on this one. Alright, so in our sauce pot, a full quart of heavy cream. Okay, we're going to warm this up. Put it on a low heat, and this is something you want to babysit until it comes to it just starts to bubble on the sides and simmer. Okay, now this is one of those tempered egg things like we had last week. I'm going to put my 2½ teaspoons of vanilla in this as well. This is one of those tempered egg recipes again, so this week I think I figured out what I did wrong. Remember, we did that dish the other day. Again, can't remember, goes beyond me. But remember, we had that huge mess of scrambled, the ice cream. We did ice cream. Remember, we were making the base, and we had that huge mess of scrambled eggs because our eggs did not temper correctly. You're not supposed to, that's not supposed to happen. So I think what I did wrong, I gave it a lot of thought because it really bothered me that happened, is I think our milk was too hot. I think it was too hot of a boiling stage. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get this to that just bubbling, light simmer, steaming milk stage, shut it off, and then we're going to let it cool for about 10 minutes just to bring that temperature down more. I think it was too hot and it scrambled the eggs too fast, even though we were using the blender technique and it was whipping it really quick. It didn't, I think it was too hot. So we'll fix that hopefully today, okay? So I'm just going to get this to that simmer point, and we'll be back to do the next step. So our cream mixture here is just starting to bubble. See all the steam coming off? Okay, now this is the mistake we made last time. That's what I think anyway. This is way too hot to try to temper our eggs with. Okay, so I took it off the heat, and we're going to let this sit for about 10-15 minutes just to cool down a little bit, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to take my ½ cup of sugar and 6 egg yolks, okay? And we're going to do this by hand today. We don't need to have the blender or food processor or anything for this one today. And we're just going to whisk our sugar and eggs together till it's nice and light colored, very well mixed together, okay? And then we'll just leave this off to the side until our milk cools down. About 10-15 minutes. Okay, so there's our egg sugar mixture. Like I said, it gets light in color. Okay, now this has been sitting for about 10-15 minutes. Now what you want to do is the usual. Drizzle very slow, very slowly, and whisk at the same time. Okay? So I'm just going to do a tiny little bit in there first. See, just that's right. It's kind of hard to whisk and drizzle at the same time. Okay? Okay, now I ran it through, poured it back in the pot after I was done blending, and then ran it through this screen that I have rather than break out my little sieve thing. Okay? No egg bits. See? That's what our problem was last time. You figure it out. You figure it out as you go. So, our base for our creme brulee is all ready. It's all nice and smooth, been through the strainer. Perfect. Now, here's the Biscoff part of this thing. Here's my ramekins. I'm going to start with 6. Okay, I have 2 more just in case. I'm going to go up to 8. I don't know how much that's going to fill, and I don't want to waste my Biscoff prepping ramekins that I don't even have enough base to put in there. You know what I mean? So what you're going to do is take some of your Biscoff. It's like peanut butter. Okay, and you're going to just take a spoon, and you're going to spread some along the bottom of all of your ramekins, okay? Just evenly spread it with the back of a spoon. You want to have a nice layer of the Biscoff in there because that's going to be the nice flavor that comes through when you're eating your creme brulee, okay? Just kind of show you. Just do the best you can, making a layer on the bottom, okay? So I'm going to do that to all my ramekins here, and then we'll be back to finish prepping this and get it into the oven. Oh, you can start preheating, tongue twister. You can start preheating your oven to 325, okay? See you in a bit. Okay, so there's our 6-lined. You'll have the cookie butter, a nice layer of the cookie butter on the bottom. I'm going to put these into my pan here because we have to water bath this when we cook it. And I'm glad that I used my big pitcher here with the spout because we want to pour this now. Now, all of these ramekins, if you're using this kind of a ramekin, have this inside lip. Do you see this lip in here? So you want to go right to the edge because you want to leave a little bit of a lip on these. So let's just pour it right to that line. Makes it that much easier to know how much to pour into each one, so they're all evenly distributed. And it definitely looks like we have enough for 2 more, okay? So I'm going to do my other 2 ramekins. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fill them. I'm going to have to get a bigger pan here. We're going to fill the pan so the water comes up to about halfway on these. Pop them into our oven, about 45-50 minutes. You want to keep your eye on them when you get closer to that point. You want them firm around the sides, but when you shake, when you shake them or move them a little bit, you want them jiggly in the center. You don't want it cooked all the way through like a cake. You want it jiggly in the middle, firm around the sides. You'll see when you give it a little wiggle. Alrighty? So we'll be back when these come out of the oven and we'll see what we got, because then we got to let them cool down. And then we come back later and we burn some sugar on them. And that's when it really gets to be fun. Torch time. Alrighty, see you in a bit. It's tasting time. There they are. See how nice they came out? We put them in the fridge, cool them down and let them set. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit of sugar, sprinkle on the top. Last time I did my creme brulee, I used turbinado sugar, which is more of a crystallized sugar. You can use sugar in the raw. I'm just using regular sugar this time around. Okay, light up my torch and let's burn some sugar. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it, right? So I put a little whipped cream on it. There you go. Let's give this one a try. Look. Nice crackly crust on the top. We love that. There's our cookie butter off the bottom. Okay, let's give this one a try. Okay, if you are a fan, take a little whipped cream. If you are a fan of creme brulee, you're gonna love this. If you're a fan of cookie butter, you are really gonna love this. Oh my god, this is so good. The creme part is perfect. I mean, it's so creamy and delicious. I mean, can you see the inside of that? Like that. Amazing. Oh my god, and I got 7 more of these to eat. Can you imagine? Alright, I might have to Share these with some friends that live nearby. Really, really good, everybody. Love creme brulee. Came out fantastic. Let me eat this and enjoy it. Make some creme brulee at home. Super easy, you saw it. And you don't have to use a torch. If you don't have a torch, put the sugar on the top and then just put it under the broiler in your oven, and that'll crystallize the sugar as well. Just keep your eye on it though, okay? And be careful taking it out. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. I think we're making fudge again. It's some kind of weird specific fudge. I never even heard of it before. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.